Boozed and Confused is a comedy and weird topic podcast. Adult language may be used, probably by me. While our episode topics may be educational in nature, we are not responsible if your children start dropping the F-bomb to their kindergarten class. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, everybody.
Action.
I'm Carolanne.
This is Matt. See, I wanted to change it from I'm Matt to this is Matt.
Matt speaking. And it is Tuesday. We are
In it.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? We're a day late for the pod. I'm sorry. It's my fault. We weren't really free until like 9 o'clock last night, and that just wasn't happening. So
What happened last night?
a long dinner, and then it was like 9:30, and I was like, it's time for me to go to bed.
We did that Italian thing where we eat at
Super
8
late.
p.m.
My dad calls every night at like 8 o'clock, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, we're eating dinner. And he's like, you're just sitting down to eat? It's 8 o'clock.
This is very normal in many parts of the world. I don't know why it's not accepted here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very annoying.
I don't know. Because, some of us try to go to fucking bed at like 9 or 9:30 or 10.
Also unacceptable.
Whatever. Anyway, so this is Boozed and Confused. We talk about weird and creepy shit on the pod. Today is no exception. We have a Ranker article for you today from one of my favorite places that I've ever visited in the world.
Wait, let me guess. It is Target.
It's Target.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
I was there today, and I bought a new video game.
Oh, it's a Pokemon video game. I've heard great things.
The Target person, when I asked them to open the cabinet, said, "You getting that Pokemon game?" And I was like, "Is it obvious? I'm a 32-year-old man buying a children's game. How'd you know?"
It's fine. But before we get into today's episode, that should be a nice bite-sized episode for you at work or wherever you listen to us. Some items of the housekeeping variety for you.
This can be pre-recorded.
Stop it. The first one is...
You can find us on all social media platforms.
Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter, YouTube,
Twitter.
And that's it.
And we're not on any other platforms.
Nothing else. If anyone says that they're us, they're just faking it.
We literally are so far from being popular enough to having people trying to make fake accounts of us, but it's fine. So we're on all your favorite social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And I think that's it. If you want to send us messages, usually the best avenue is like Insta DMs. I would recommend. And if social media is not really your thing, and I feel like very soon it's going to not become mine except for the pod, you can reach us at boostandconfusedpodcast@gmail.com, and we would love to hear from you. Like spooky stories, weird encounters, topic ideas, something you want us to look into.
You want to send us some weird packages from Amazon?
I'll
open them.
No.
I'll open the box.
Please don't fucking send us anthrax. What do you
No, not anthrax. Like, you just order me like a weird thing from Amazon. Like,
I'm not giving out our personal address.
No, we have a PO address.
We don't have a PO box. Stop winking at me from across the table with both eyes. All right. Next item is, if you like the pod and you want to support us, the best way that you could do that is by leaving us a review and or following and subscribing wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell
God,
so you get every update when our
fuck
videos
up.
get posted.
No.
We've seen that only 3% of you are subscribed.
Shut up. And if you feel so inclined to leave us a review, feel free to take a screenshot of it and send it to us, and we'll send you some Boozed and Confused stickers for free in the mail.
I actually went on my iPad and I found us, and I gave us a 4-star review.
Also, if you're a Spotify listener like I am, it sounds like Spotify just recently
added reviews.
Yeah, allowed reviewing.
Yeah, sure.
So we've gotten a couple of reviews there so far.
Oh, that's so nice.
So I appreciate y'all.
Are we going to get that weird disclaimer on our pod?
Oh, we
Do
probably
you
are.
think we're gonna get Joe Rogan?
Yeah, fucking thank you, Joe
Are
Rogan.
we gonna
you
get
asshole.
Joe Rogan? So are we on like the same level as Joe? Are we
God.
really gonna get Joe Rogan? Do you think?
What
Does
do
that
you
mean
mean
someone has to hear our stuff?
No,
Does that
I'm
mean
sure
some
it's.
actual was it like algorithm based?
I'm sure it's based on like title, or maybe they like scan a random 30-second clip of your pod. I don't know how that'll be implemented.
What's the algorithm say?
I don't know.
Survey
how,
says, show me potato salad.
Okay. Anyways, this is chaotic.
I'm not even wearing
What
headphones.
are you drinking?
Oh no, it's what we're drinking.
What we're drinking because I'm
actually-
a little baby and I sometimes don't fully finish my drink, and also I'm just trying to like be healthier, living that hashtag 1200 calorie life. It's depressing. So I have like 3 sips of beer in a glass so I can participate.
So I feel like I'm not left out. This is Revolution Brewing, one of my favorites. We bought a hero pack. This is one of the last few beers we have from that pack.
Yes.
This is a Cryo Hero Hazy IPA. It talks about it using hops.
Hops and more hops. It's a hoppy pack.
Howling with glacial hop intensity.
Yeah. Also in the pack was a cold IPA, and not like it had been refrigerated. It's just named like a cold IPA. So if y'all could tell us what the hell that means, that'd be great.
No, this one's pretty good though. I like it. I like anything from Revolution. Literally anything.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Bro, sis, friends, please sponsor us.
All right. Without further ado, we should get into today's episode.
Target?
It's not about Target. So this
Wait
is
till you hear what happens at Target.
This is a rankers list, and Apollo has joined the chat.
Player 3 to the game.
This is creepy legends and true life stories from Yellowstone National Park. And there's pictures that accompany all these stories. So I will put this in the show notes. And if you would enjoy looking at the pretty pictures to go along with your audio, you could do that today.
Is this talking about the giant caldera underneath Yellowstone that's going to blow up and end the world?
No, but I think we can talk about that another episode.
Because, not even going to lie, for like 2 years of my life, I was obsessed with the caldera.
Constant fear. Is today the day? Unfortunately, no.
Well, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but then
Depends on the day.
I saw a map that recently popped up, and our neck of the woods was not in the death radius.
Okay, that's, I feel like, immediate death radius from the plume.
No, we're not. We're
No. See, this is why we need a full separate episode about this, because if Yellowstone were to erupt, I'm fairly confident the entire world will just die.
That's not quite how it works.
I
but
probably saw it
it's-
on a Discovery Channel show once. All right.
Weather disasters. Carolanne's favorites.
I can't wait to watch Weather Channel tomorrow.
All day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be playing in the snow with
Jim
my
Cantor, Jim
snowblower.
Cantori, where are you at? Okay, so this first one is a headless bride walks at midnight. According to one story, a newlywed couple decided to spend their honeymoon at Yellowstone's Old Faithful Inn, but the two had a fight over money, and eventually the husband stormed out, leaving the new wife behind. After a few days of no sighting with the bride, the staff went to check on her and found her beheaded in the bathroom. Her severed head was eventually discovered in the crow's nest.
What?
People claim
What?
to see the bride walking down from the crow's nest at the stroke of midnight. According to an employee, she floats down the stairs along the corridor until she reaches the door of the room she was murdered in. Then, carrying her own head under her arm, she vanishes.
Like a football.
Oh, God.
I thought you were gonna say that her head got blown up by the geyser.
No.
I was like, that's why you don't put your head near the geyser.
I just want to know what happened to the guy. But maybe that's another episode. I don't know. I don't love all the true crime stuff, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm. You know how I feel. I'm kind
Being
of
a parent makes it hit different.
It hits different. I'm kind of over true crime right now.
All right. The second one is a man died while attempting to save a dog.
Oh. What a guy.
I'm sorry. In 1981, David Carolanne and Ronald Ratliff drove to Yellowstone. They stopped to admire the hot springs, but Ratliff's Great Dane got out of the car and ran into the Celestine pool. Against the warnings of bystanders, Kerwin dove in headfirst into the 200-plus degree water to try to save the dog. He soon swam back to shore after realizing he couldn't help. Earl Welch, a fellow tourist, attempted to help Kerwin. Welch claims that Kerwin must have been blinded by his plunge because his eyes were completely white. Kerwin died from his burns shortly after being rushed to Salt Lake City Hospital. The dog did not survive either, and the fat from its disintegrated body caused small eruptions in the hot springs for several days after the incident.
Oh my Lord. Why did you include this one?
I didn't curate anything about the list. This is just the list in its entirety. Although I will say you'd be shocked at the stupid shit people do in Yellowstone. Like, we were walking around this little boardwalk where you can see all these little pools, and like you can't get too close to a lot of the hot springs, but you kind of can. And people just like touch this shit with their bare hands. Like, I don't know why you would be so stupid. I don't know what you think is going to happen, but okay. Number 3. The ghosts of drowned Native Americans haunt the lower falls. Also, the lower falls are beautiful. So if anyone's planning a trip to Yellowstone, highly recommend. A ghost story was born in the lower falls of Yellowstone in 1870 when a group of militiamen set out to explore the area for signs of gold. The men's pack horses were stolen by Native Americans. The militiamen pursued the thieves, and the chaser ended up on water. With the horses swimming alongside, the Native Americans attempted to cross the river by raft, but were swept away over the falls. Today, visitors might still hear chanting while standing near the lower falls, or see the water turn to red as if stained with blood.
That's the blood part got me there.
Yeah, that's unsettling.
I wouldn't. No, I think it'd be one of those things that I want to see that.
Yeah, I feel like there has to be some sort of scientific explanation for
science.
that. Yeah, everything is science, but
it's scientific.
I'm gonna have to look this one up in more detail, learn a little bit more about it, see what it could possibly be.
Do you remember when we watched that awful Pocahontas movie?
Oh my God, we've started going through, completely off topic.
The executive
from this list.
producer, whether she is aware of it or not, is being indoctrinated with Disney films. And for a time, we were, trying to keep her distracted, keep her up a little bit later, throw on a Disney movie, sure, relive our childhoods. I don't think I ever watched Pocahontas, and it's a weak movie, weak sauce,
super weak movie.
Plot.
Yeah,
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that was not one of my favorites. I think the soundtrack can be really good. I like some of the music.
3 songs.
And then watching the movie again, I was like, oh my God.
The best part of the movie was
the end
when the credits were rolling. Not even the end of the movie, just when the credits were. It's like, hey, yeah, it's over. All right, this next one is 3 people were horribly burned in a cavern spring. In 2000, so this is probably one of the more recent ones, Sarah Hulfers, a 20-year-old seasonal park employee, hiked through Lower Geyser Basin with 2 coworkers. They just finished night swimming in Fire Hole River, and they had no flashlights. The 3 attempted to jump what they thought was a small stream, but fell into the boiling waters of Cavern Spring. Hulfers was completely submerged and later died from the 3rd-degree burns that covered her entire body. Her 2 coworkers survived, but not without severe burns. At least 20 people have died in Yellowstone from incidents with geysers and geothermal water. This is not a place I've gone, Yellowstone, but you're making it less appealing for me to want to go.
Here's the thing. A lot of Yellowstone is very tourist friendly. Just stay on the boardwalks.
How many mountain lions are there? Cougars?
I think the mountain lions increase the further or the closer you get to Montana. Nobody quote me on that. And if somebody knows Yellowstone better than I do, please let me know. But we didn't start to see signs about mountain lions until we got closer to Montana. The signs were like, if you see a mountain lion, contact park rangers immediately. because if you see a mountain lion,
It's too late.
They see you.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, mountain lions are scary as shit. They're like, I'm more scared of mountain lions than I am of bears.
You know those pictures where it's like, hey, in this picture, there's a mountain lion. Can you see it?
It's always no. It's
and you
always
can never
no.
find it.
No.
I bet that there's not even a mountain lion in there.
Yeah, I'd question the validity of that search and find.
You gotta bring a really big stick.
All right, this next one is a ghostly drowned man appears on Stevenson Island. One Yellowstone ghost story from the 1920s concerns an employee who is told by his supervisor to go inspect the wrecked EC Water steamboat on Stevenson Island. Supposedly, there were partygoers aboard it the night before, but the man encountered much more than floating beer bottles or hungover trespassers. A storm began to swell just as he came by a body in soaked clothing that resembled the fashions of an earlier century. The man had no pulse, his eyes were bulging, and his face was blue. However, as suddenly as the employee had come across the body, it vanished, as did the impending storm. So it was like a ghost body?
Imagine being a ghost that looked like a dead body.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. I always thought too, like the Chicago River had I can't remember the name of the boat that capsized on the Chicago River, but it was like one of the largest maritime disasters in our history. And I've always thought like how bizarre it would be to have ghosts from that show up in the area with how modern everything is. But I don't know. Can't say I've thought about it too much more than, I don't know, at least every other week.
I wonder if ghosts need floaties.
That's a very good point. If they can't swim, is it triggering for them to be stuck near the water? I don't know.
Can a ghost be triggered?
I don't know. That's a great question. I assume so, actually, because of all the like haunting shows that you watch where they like what's the word I'm looking for? They tease the ghosts.
What up, bitch?
You won't slap me.
What up, nerd? It's that guy with the thick rimmed glasses and like the mid 2000s spiky hair, and he's got a goatee. Up.
Yeah,
he's a goatee now.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I imagine him having a goatee.
But I mean like that specific guy. I think it's like Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures.
Well, Ghost Hunters is a show that I used to watch a lot more. But okay, all right. A rampaging bear killed a man in a tent. An estimated 8 people have been killed by bears in Yellowstone National Park's history from 1872 to 2015. Side note, I feel like being killed by is maybe better than like living with lifelong injuries that just like impede your happiness and will to live if you survive like a pretty violent attack.
From a bear?
Yeah.
I feel like life would be pretty unbearable after being attacked. If you survived.
Sorry, was that a pun or?
But it did get Leonardo DiCaprio like an Emmy Award.
Anyways, all right.
Whatever award he didn't get yet.
However, an attack that occurred in 2010 was one of the most shocking ever recorded. Kevin Kammer of Michigan was pulled out of his tent and dragged 25 feet to his death. Deb Friel of Ontario and an unidentified man were also attacked by the same bear and were hospitalized for severe bite injuries in Wyoming. Park Warden Captain Sam Shepard stated that the attacks of 3 different people asleep in the tents was highly unusual. Which I will say.
That's an angry bear.
Yeah, it's I can never remember. It's the black bears
They're
that
scared
are like
of you.
Yeah, the little black bears are the ones that like
oh gee whiz you guys.
Oh gosh, sorry guys.
Didn't know you were here.
Was this your here dinner?
Here.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then the black bears will fuck you up.
No, black bears are the scared ones.
Sorry, brown bears will fuck you up, and then polar bears. You're gonna
not
die.
Really a concern of mine in this neck of the woods.
No,
unless they get out from the zoo.
Yeah,
and in which case
that would be concerning.
Viva la revolution.
Yeah,
if you're asking me, let's go. I'm gonna ride a giraffe.
Yeah. So what is it? Black fight back, brown.
Look
say
around
your goodbyes.
for help.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look around. Black fight back, brown, jump on the ground, polar, you're gonna
lose a
your
molar. I don't know. All right. A spirit has made itself. Why are you counting on your fingers?
It's a 5-letter word that I'm going to use for Wordle tomorrow.
A spirit has made itself at home in Roosevelt's Lodge. 77-year-old John F. Yancey met President Roosevelt during the dedication of the Roosevelt Arch in Gardner, Montana in 1903, but he caught a cold at the event and died of pneumonia soon after. Park employees claim that Yancey's ghost took up residence in Yellowstone's Roosevelt Lodge and that he can be a bit of a nuisance. Sometimes they'll hear a tin cup banging on the walls of the employee quarters in the early hours of morning. Other times, things will be hidden before reappearing in random places. Yancey's ghost is also said to be notorious for unsaddling horses, particularly if they've been previously ridden by pretty girls.
The hell kind of legend is that?
I don't know.
A real pretty girl. Let me just take off that.
Very
let me
specific.
Shadow you there.
Yeah, that's really specific
I'm
and
shake
creepy.
my tin cup. Oh,
He's the old man from Family Guy. Oh gosh. I will also say, for anyone else that's ever going to Yellowstone or going to try to be at Yellowstone,
this is not me then.
Sorry for turning this into a travel pod for a hot sec, but the Roosevelt Arch is like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in Gardner, Montana. Is a really cute little town. So highly recommend. The Roosevelt Arch, it's just like, it's very humbling to be in front of. Also, that's where all the mountain lion signs are. So
Then I'm not going.
Okay. Natural gases have claimed the lives of unsuspecting people. Bill Nelson became a park employee in 1939. While assisting in digging a 26-foot deep pit, Nelson's coworker fell ill. The man had been overcome by hydrogen sulfide gas in the pit. Nelson, along with another employee, immediately tried to pull the man up. Instead, Nelson fell headfirst into the pit and was overcome by the gas himself. Nelson was rescued but never recovered.
Wait. Oh, he was rescued, but he didn't recover from...
Yeah, sorry if that was
He
confusing.
was rescued, but never recovered.
Yeah. No, that hydrogen sulfide gas can really do a number on you.
It's like you imagine one guy falls in, then another guy tries to help, then also falls in, and then a third guy tries to help them both, then also falls in, then a fourth guy.
It's never ending.
It's a comedy reel. It's great.
Never ending. An apparition floats through room 2 at the Old Faithful Inn. So this one is kind of like a recurring place. Also very neat. I enjoyed touring Old Faithful Inn. One Yellowstone ghost story focuses on a couple who stayed at the Old Faithful Inn. A woman and her husband were spending the night in room 2. The woman woke to the sight of a floating apparition of a woman dressed in 1890s garb at the foot of their bed. The terrified wife dug her fingernails so deeply into her husband's shoulders that the marks remained the next morning.
Did this ghost have her head on her neck or under her arm?
Not clarified in this story, but I think probably on her shoulders.
Yep. Both of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Good for that ghost.
Yep. A siren lures men to their deaths by the Norris Geyser Basin. All right, this next one is, I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt, maybe. A supposed first-person account of a man's death at the Norris Geyser Basin in 2016 surfaced online. Reddit user Yellowstone Yoda claims to have been a first responder at the scene, where the sister of the victim showed him a video of the incident. According to him, the man stood staring at a floating nude female figure with translucent skin. The figure was emitting a low hum. The man then fell into the water, lured by the siren. A man, Colin Scott, did die in the hot springs in November 2016. The video of the so-called siren has not been released. And you can, there's like links within this one if you're interested in reading more about the story, because it's very peculiar.
I'm going to say that a fellow named Yellowstone Yoda writing a story about Yellowstone is just a tad fishy.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he like anonymously shares all the crazy shit he sees online. I've always thought it would be neat to be like a park ranger. That's actually one of my retirement plans. Be a park ranger. I don't know, but some of it's very seasonal. Also does not pay very well, but it'd be cool. I would enjoy it. My kids could come visit me. Yeah, that's all I got.
Wait, plural?
Yeah.
Kids?
Yeah.
We only got the producer.
Well, just now. God, we're going to have like a social media coordinator at some point. So.
It's not me.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Objects move throughout one historic hotel. The Old Faithful Inn is known for supernatural happenings. One odd but disturbing story is said to have happened to a housekeeping employee. The employee witnessed a fire extinguisher move. It did an entire 90-degree turn before dropping back into its initial hanging position on the wall. Which I feel like, I don't know if that's supernatural or like maybe, I don't know.
90 degrees.
I don't know. That'd be a little sketch. But, who knows? Who knows what those spoopy ghosts enjoy doing in their off time. All right. This is the last one. And this is probably a good warning for anyone who's ever going to go to Yellowstone. You'd be shocked, actually, before I get into this one, you would be shocked at the amount of warnings that there are all over the park that say, keep your distance between you and wildlife. It's safer for everybody that way. And the amount of people who try to get close enough to take a selfie with animals.
An ussy.
It's it's actually shocking how stupid people are. So, this last one is bison gore hapless visitors. 5 people were attacked by bison at Yellowstone National Park in 2015 alone, with most of the incidents involving photo ops gone wrong. One woman turned her back to a bison near the Fairy Falls trailhead, intending to take a photo, but instead getting gored. A man with the same idea approached a bison while taking photos of it with his tablet. Also, just stop taking pictures with your tablet. Okay? Just in general, use a phone.
Just go to your local grocery store, get yourself one of those disposable cameras, press that button to charge the flash.
Oh my God.
And then slap it so it just goes off, and then take a picture.
It charged him and tossed him into the air several times. A teen turned her back to a bison as well, attempting to take a selfie with it, and the bison tore into her with its horns. I mean, if you're just not going to have respect for the wildlife or nature, maybe just don't go to a national park.
Just go to the zoo.
Just go to the zoo where they force you to, I don't know, participate accordingly to the rules. Well, that was really it for today. I'm going to dig into some of these a little bit more on my own time. And I don't know, maybe we'll probably do a Yellowstone episode from this, I think, of, I don't know, what happens when Yellowstone explodes.
Carolanne's personal experiences on Yellowstone.
Yeah, actually, the next pod episode is just going to be me talking through my favorite photos that I took at Yellowstone.
This is a picture
but
of
I'm also
me.
really bad at describing things, so Matt's nightmare.
I didn't go on this trip.
It was a girls' trip. It was a good time. Yeah. All right. Well, that was it for today. Nice and short and sweet for you. The list is in the show notes for you. So if you want to check this out yourself and dig into some of the stories a little bit more, go for it. Let us know what your favorite one was. And we'll see you next week.
Right on. Right on.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to bed.
I'm going to drink the beer that you didn't even touch.
I had 2 sips.
That's a big sip you got left if that's a 3-sipper.
Okay, bye.
Good night or goodbye.